on, Danny? Um,
Good, Kai. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How would you kind of just put the season into words, your first one here?
It always sucks when you lose, and Doc was talking about that. Everybody says that when it's over, nobody expects it to come to an end, especially abruptly. Um, not saying that obviously I thought we had a chance to be the, but realistically, you always think at some point it's going to end for somebody. There's always 29 unhappy teams throughout the summer. There's only one that's happy. Um, but I thought we had a hell of a year, had a hell of a season, a lot of fun. Beat my expectations. I didn't expect us to be number one in the East. COVID, injuries, all that, we still had home court advantage. Had a great time with the fans, even though there are some things I do disagree with how they handle things. But fans overall, amazing place to play, a lot of good energy. And they helped us a lot throughout the regular season and playoffs when they came back. So it was a joy to have them back and enjoy not to be in that bubble anymore. Trust. Anybody knows how emotionally draining the bubble was, it's me. But overall, so the season was amazing, a lot of fun. Hell of a year playing with those guys. Love those guys. They're like my brothers now, even though we had a short time spent. From December to now, it seems like a short season. Um, Guys that I've been with previous with Dwight and coaching staff that I've always admired from afar and got a chance to work with. Doc Yeager, so many of the guys on the staff, Papa Jones, some of the guys I got a chance to know, Sam, on a personal level, that did an amazing job coaching me and coaching us. So this was a lot of fun. Obviously, we came up short. Didn't expect it to happen. And it's just more frustrating for me knowing that I could have helped. I thought I could have helped. To never know the outcome. Not saying that we would have won the series or changed the series, but I thought watching from the sidelines, it's never easy. Watching your team go down and not being able to be out there. So, but Atlanta, give them credit. They played a hell of a series. Chess matches, the playoffs always. They had a good chess match. Some guys played up with your others. Usually, your stars are going to do what the stars do. Their others stepped up and played big for them when they needed him. Lou and Gallo had some big games for him. Herder had some big games for him. Obviously, Bogey's becoming a star in himself, but he had some good. Clint Capella, John Collins, they all had some good pieces that played good games for them, and that's what the playoffs is all about. So give them a ton of credit. I think I don't. It would have been an interesting series if I got a chance to play. That's all I'd say. And it would have been fun, and I missed out on those fun games, not just the game sevens. That's what the fun one, but the games previous to that. That's what the playoffs are all about. And as a competitor, as a player, as a competitor in this league, you look forward to those moments of playing the top dogs in the East or in the league and get a chance to be able to make the Eastern Conference Finals, which I thought the way we worked and how hard we worked all year, we deserved to be there.
And then if I could just follow up real quick, you being you being the veteran on this team, and you've always said you didn't say it, but kind of throughout the year you were kind of pushing Ben to be a little bit more aggressive. There were a couple of times where Ben looked a little passive at times. I just wanted to get your thoughts on Ben just as a whole, like in this series.
Not just Ben. I was I was kind of the look to guy for many guys on this team, and I love that position. The position Doc allowed me to be and put me in. Even for Dwight, who's been in this league 17 years, I was able to talk to him, talk to George, talk to Tobias. But as my role in the player, not just as a player, but my role on this team was also to defend, make shots, space the floor, and do the little things, make the right play, but also help coach those young guys and give them the experience that I know, but also our older guys to, I guess, encourage and reconfirm what they're capable of doing. Letting Tobias know, look, you're a scorer in this league, man. No matter how many shots you miss, Joel, you're a superstar. Don't get in your own head. Just keep playing. Same with Ben. These guys are scared of you. Keep attacking. We need you on that rim. We need you to keep attacking. So that's my job, especially that I'm not playing. All I can do is coach, talk to referees as much as I can, try to get us to help us out a little bit, but talk to my guys and let them know what I see. Reese, keep attacking. Shake, keep doing your I'm not going to cuss, but keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Furkan, take your time, slow down. So I talked to all those guys, and everybody wants the narrative of, it's all Ben's fault. That's not, we lose as a team, we win as a team. And it wasn't his fault. We had plenty of opportunities to close the series out, close out games, even with him not being himself, even with me being out. We had 17 turnovers last night. We let, certain guys get off. Obviously, defense wins championships. We want to defend, but we weren't able to score the way we normally scored throughout most of the year and in the series. We were averaging at one point almost close to 120 points a game the first 4 games or so. And then it kind of took a big drought. So, and that comes with fatigue. A lot of us got to get our bodies in shape, our minds in shape, and that's mental toughness. Being up 18, being up 26, that's no longer basketball at that point. That's a mental game of staying locked in, staying focused, and maturity. So that discipline that Doc speaks of, especially in his exit meeting, of growing for next year, is going to be big for this group to try to, take it to the next level.
Thanks, Danny.
Yep.
Next, we'll go to Tom Moore.
Yeah, Danny, I just wanted to ask about, being a veteran in this league. I mean, the Sixers had the best record in home court and so on, and they have a young core. But as well as anybody, there are no guarantees in this league between injuries and trades and whatever. Just, I'm sure you tried to express the importance of taking advantage of an opportunity when you have it. I mean, this team didn't have home court advantage through the playoffs for 20 years. So things like these don't always happen, and they're not guaranteed to continue happening.
Doc tries to express it as much as he can, and it's hard hearing it. I guess maybe it's easier or more relatable, or you sink in more when you hear from another player. So I try to be that second voice to guys and let them know opportunities like this don't come often. And for a lot of guys, I've been lucky. I've been very lucky to have it happen for me. 4 times I've been to the finals. I've been able to win 3. And not many, and I've been able to take advantage of those groups. Those groups have taken advantage of the opportunity at hand. This was an opportunity I thought missed that we had for those guys that I've experienced before with the other guys that never chance to experience it. This was the opportunity, I think, the way we set up ourselves and the way the stars aligned for us with, the injuries, with us being number 1 seed, having home court advantage, with playing Washington and then, not having to play Brooklyn and Milwaukee the second round, playing an Atlanta, New York series. So there's never any easy road to the finals, never easy road to getting a ring. But if you can ask for that over again, 10 times out of 10, I'm choosing that route. I'm choosing home court advantage and playing these teams, especially in the next round if we were to make it to play Milwaukee, where they're at their best, not the healthiest as well. And then obviously Lakers going down, top seeds in the West are down. You can ask for a better setup or a better opportunity to capitalize on. And you try to reiterate it to those guys like, look, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, man, but we can't skip any steps. We too much looking past the task, the challenge at hand, and not focusing on tomorrow. Instead, I think we I'm gonna say we got like a days ago. I think we just skipped some steps and we got too comfortable. Where we were looking ahead, like, oh, who are we playing next? No, we got to win now. We got to win tomorrow. We don't respect these guys or take advantage of the here and now. We're not going to get to the tomorrow. So I try to reiterate it. I try to let them know it's an opportunity of a lifetime. We had a good route. That was, if we were to win and, to keep winning, it was, I'm going to say never easy, but a route that most people would take it or would rather have than playing a Miami in the first round and then a Brooklyn, Milwaukee in the second round. Those are just harder. It's just harder to do. It's very hard to get to the finals. I'm not saying that, not to respect any of those teams, but you definitely would love to play the lower seeds with home court advantage and people that are not as healthy. Teams are not as healthy. Obviously, you want to, as a competitor, I want to play everybody healthy, but there's no better opportunity to win a ring than having that type of advantage, in your favor.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Mark Narducci.
Danny, you can be a free agent, and just you have any immediate thoughts about coming back? Have you talked to anyone with the Sixers, or is it just way too early for that?
It's way too early, man. I haven't had any thoughts about it. We had our exit meeting just now, and business is business end of the day. But this is, even though I've said a short amount of time, it's like a family. Every team I've gone to has been like a family to me. It's been great with these people. They've taken care of us. They've looked out for me. And I got a bunch of love for the city and this organization. And I talked to Doc. My first initial reaction is, hell of a year. I appreciate everything you've done for me. He goes, you'll be back. You ain't going to fucking where. So that's a good sign that they want me back. I talked to the guys, and they said, hopefully we have you back. It's always great to feel wanted. But said I haven't got a chance to really think about it. You have till August, till free agency starts. Right now, I've had a full summer and a while to enjoy my off season, which is a good and a bad thing. But I had a chance to win in Toronto. I got a chance to win in LA. We had 6 weeks off, and maybe that's due to why I've gotten injured. I don't know, but give my chance to body to rest. I'm rehabbing right now, still rehabbing regardless of what happened. Playing for other things. I got a wedding to plan for, other people's weddings, building a house, that type of thing, getting married this summer. So focus on that. And obviously free agency is in the mix of that, but it's just not something I really thought deeply about right now, because I thought we would still be playing and focus on the here and now. Nobody has plans right now. Everybody's canceled everything until July 22nd because we thought we had an opportunity to keep playing until then.
One last thing, and maybe I interpreted wrong, but did you seem to intimate that you guys may have taken the Hawks a little too lightly?
I wouldn't say we took anybody lightly. I think there was times that when we were up, the mental toughness, I think we got comfortable. And I said, I could be wrong. I just think when you see things that happen, when you feel, not many times where I said I felt we were the better team and we lost. There's not many times that's happened in my career, which I've been lucky. And I felt we were the better team. Not many times that happened unless there's some type of mental lapse or some type of step that's skipped. And I think that we might have skipped a step or two to where we thought we already made it to the Eastern Conference Finals when we didn't. And, you can't sleep on that. Very much so. Obviously, you can't sleep on that team. They're very dangerous, and they'll beat you anywhere, at home, on the road. And they played us. No, hats off to them. They played a hell of a series. But I fully believe still till now, if I got a chance to play, obviously it'd be different. But even without me, I thought, we were the better team. I think we just didn't execute the way we needed to. And I think we got fatigued.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to go with three more. We'll start with Dan Gelston.
Hey, Danny. Two questions. One, first of all, how are you feeling? And I mean, are you able to do anything, or do you still have to wait and get examined again?
Oh, no. Honestly, like body-wise, physically, I'm fine, man. I'm walking smooth. I'm out of the boot. I actually can jog a little bit. I was doing some shooting, and if we would have won, I would expect to play in the next series. Maybe not game one, but maybe the game one. But I'm feeling pretty good right now physically. Emotionally, mentally, I'm still kind of in shock. So even if I wasn't, like I said, even if I wasn't a part of this organization, this team, in the outside looking in, I think a lot of the world is shocked because they can see they didn't expect that to happen. And it's just like, what happened for, not saying that Atlanta didn't win the series, but for me, it feels like we lost the series. Like gave it away, but we lost the series. And, there was some things that happened. We don't know what it is, figuring it out, room to grow. But I said, even if I wasn't a part of this organization, I would still be in shock of like, how the hell did they lose that series, knowing or feeling like, or expecting them, the better team, to win at home in Game 7.
And you mentioned, there might have been a mental lapse. Ben flat out said he's having mental issues at the free throw line and parts of his game. You've been around for a while. How do you fix what goes on in the head rather than what goes on in the mechanics? I mean, how hard is it to address?
I know a lot of people are gonna harp on, they're gonna be on Ben a lot. They're gonna harp on this whole situation, this whole thing about Ben. And once again, I'm gonna revert back to, and he's my teammate, he's my brother. I understand things that he's gone through this year alone has been heavy for him and rough. But it's not just we all together win and lose, but mentally, it's us encouraging him and us, I guess, just being in the gym and talking to him and constantly in his ear and building that confidence in him, more so than anything. He's a mentally tough kid, usually. So we don't know what was going on. It happens with players. He's still young. People think, he's been in the league. He's still a young player, and he can still grow. He still has a lot of room for growth, a lot of potential. But yeah, Ben has gone through quite a bit this year, and it's not his fault that we lost. Everybody's going to say that, this and that. Ben could have, if he could have made this. If I made some shots in game one, or for so-and-so made some shots, you could say, Shake, Furkan, Matisse. You go down the line, there's so many mistakes that happened. We can't just harp on one player. And to his defense, I think, he said he couldn't find his rhythm, but he did other things for us that defensively and offensively found guys, set screens, and play good defense on Trey for the most part when we made the adjustment. For me, it was tough for me to say when I was healthy to even take a seat back to, switch the matchup because somebody dogs me or busts my ass the first game. I want to guard him again, give me another shot at it. But it's better for the team for me to guard Bogey and for him to guard Trey, and I think he did a great job on him. So is everybody else down the line. But Ben's gonna be fine, And I also think it's a mistake that people think that he doesn't care. I guess by his tone, his mannerisms, whatever it may be in press conference, and by his action, you can see in his play that he cares. I think he might be a little afraid of certain things, but because of how his interviews go, he doesn't show much, I guess, emotions. But believe it or not, he cares, and it hurts him more than anybody. He's a bigger critic than anybody of himself, and it hurts him deeply that he wasn't able to be himself and help this team win. Because he knows what's at stake. He wants to win, and it's going to hurt him for summer just as well as it hurts us. So, I know the city of Philly's going to be on him. I know the media is going to be on him, but he's a young kid, young human being, young player in this game, and he deserves a little latitude, especially for what he's done and what he's gone through this year.
All right, 2 more questions. We'll start with Chris Franklin.
Hey, Danny, you have accomplished a lot during your career, won the championships. You got a lot going on personally with you. Congrats on that as well, too.
Thank you.
How much longer do you want to stay in the league, and have you given thought to what you're going to do your post-career?
I've given thought to what I'll do post-career, and Doc, for some reason, thinks I'm going to coach, and I'm saying, hell no, I'm not coaching. I'm not saying that I couldn't do it. I'm not capable. I'm capable of doing it, but it's just a lot. It's draining. I see, Doc's hair, he's losing his hair. Some guys' hair goes gray. I like to keep my hair, keep it dark. I don't want the stress. When I'm done playing, I would love to stay around the sport and do sideline, talking TV, that type of deal. But, a lot of this league is managing egos, and that's not easy to do, figuring out and making tough decisions. This guy's not going to play this round. This guy's going to play that round. And, I feel like I'm a people pleaser. It's hard for me to tell people no. It's hard for me to I can make tough decisions when I need to, but to manage that many people, also to have the pressure of winning and your job not being as stable, it's tough. It's a tough category, tough job to be in. But so for me, sideline TV type of deal was for me. And for your question of how many years I would like to play, as many as I can, as many as my body allows me to. This year, I felt like physically I felt better than I have in a while. My body, I was able to move better. Last year in the bubble, I was kind of beat up. Even last year during the year, I was kind of beat up. But I had even though I had 6 weeks off, I had a nice reset. My body felt good. Played 69 games throughout the 72. Unfortunately, got hurt in this round. But body feels good, man. And I feel like I got a couple good more years left in me. Hopefully a solid 4, and after that, I would love to play, be a veteran and help lead some guys, and maybe Vince Carter. I'll be talking sideline and playing at the same time. You never know. Vince is my idol.
Alt life's not too bad. So get used to it.
No, not too bad. I have a couple idols out there. Vince is one of them. Iggy's another. You guy wrote a book halfway through the year and then signed an extension and is living and playing in Miami, which, not saying I wanted to go there, but he's still playing, doing well, and is a champion, got a resume of a Hall of Famer. So that's the goal, to be, Iguodala, Robert Horry, those type of guys, Derek Fisher, keep winning rings, keep playing as long as I can. Obviously, would love to be, Vince played 22 years, but I don't think my body will hold up that long. I don't know how guys do it. I'm at 12, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So.